Yo everyone, welcome back to another video. And today's video, I'm gonna have a bit of a unique video. And basically, it's for like students who are going into class 11. They have to choose maths. They have to choose between core and applied mathematics. So yeah, I just want to make this cool video. It just popped in my head. This is one of my video ideas that I had in my head because I didn't get any suggestions. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. So basically, this is what I'll do. This is what I'm gonna do. So I'll give two scenarios each. So there will be one scenario of core mathematics and one for applied. I'll first do applied, then applied mathematics, then core mathematics. There'll be one question each, and there'll be a scenario in which teacher and student discusses about the question. So in just one question you can determine determine the entire nature of core mathematics and applied mathematics, and you can choose which is better for you. So yeah, let's get right into it. Starting with applied mathematics. Okay, class. Hello, class. Welcome to applied mathematics. Today we're gonna solve. Okay, first of all, everyone write this question in your notebooks and try to solve this. The demand, the demand function of a product is this: d of x equals 200 minus 5x, where x is the price per unit. And yeah, we are told to find the price at which the revenue is maximum, the most. So let's underline first the key points here. Okay, class? So this is important. Yeah, first of all, this is the demand function, and we have to find we have to find the price at which the revenue is maximum in this function, where x is the price per unit. Okay. Any questions, class, before we start? Uh, yes, sir. I do have one question. I do have one question about the question on the board. So, sir, is this going to take us anywhere in life? Is it crucial when we're getting a job or anywhere? Just want to know because, I just want to know if what I'm doing is actually going to benefit me in the real world. You get me? So, like, that's what I'm trying to find out. Is it? Yes. Over there. Good question. And yes. And yes. Well, for the answer to answer your question, yes, this is very important when you're working in jobs which are involved mainly in finance and economic stuff. Like working in a bank. These kind of concepts are required. When taking a loan, interest, or whenever we want to, or when we're working any job, or when it'll help us when we're going to work at any job, which involves economic stuff, and also like it involves economic stuff. It involves money. Which involves it can either involve economic things, economic activities, financial things, growth, a profit, loss, interest, etc. It can involve all of these things or either one of these things or whatever. If it if you're working in a job which involves either one of those things, in common we can say that which all of them involve is money, tax, growth, dissipation, increase, profit, loss, economic things, goods, selling price, cost price, so and economic stuff and financial stuff. Any job you work at which deals with any one of those things or all of them, this will come in handy. And the thing is, 90 most of the jobs which people work are in those kinds of jobs which involve money and stuff, because and economic stuff, because it's very common to them, because most people like math, and especially applied math. But because it can actually take you places, it's good. The thing is, applied math, it's also fun. It has two benefits. Applied math, it can it gives you a benefit, like it's in fun and enjoyable for you to learn if you like math. And the second benefit is that it'll help you in the real world, and you can get in a successful, and you can and when you go into college, it'll benefit you more with this knowledge so that you can get better jobs and promotions to get more money when you know all these concepts. So there are two main benefits. The first benefit is that for your enjoyment, for those, especially those who like mathematics, which is why they chose applied mathematics. So the first reason is enjoyment, and the second benefit we get is that it helps us in our future career options to invest and get more money, to get investments and profits. So two main reasons are there, and yeah, that's why these kind of questions will help in practice. So a good question over there. Okay, so now, yeah, let's see demand functions. Demand functions are very, helpful because it deals with, like when we're working in jobs which deal with financial stuff, the financial literacy, economic stuff. It's very crucial to know the revenue, the price of the good, the demand of the product, like, because, like, for example, when you go in a store, there's a particular price that is demanded for the customer to pay in order to receive the product. So that's the same thing going on here, the same concept. We're dealing with costs of the good, the demand of the product. The function word may be a little new, but it'll all click in when you just sort of know the concept. And this is the cost basically. This is a demand function. So like this is like a particular equation given formula which represents the demand, which could represent the demand for a cost of a product in which the person has to purchase it, relate and which the person has to purchase that object, purchase that good, which is relating to this equation at that particular price to receive the product. So yeah, at first it may sound kind of messy, but after some time it just clicks in. So we just have to use all those concepts and to solve the question with using numbers and numericals and math. So yeah, that's a good question, and yeah, it is very handy. Okay, so yeah, now let's solve the question. Okay, now guys, those minutes that you saw in that scenario about teacher discussing the importance of the question in in school and her further in life when you're getting higher jobs or whatever education, how it'll benefit us in the real world and stuff. Those are the crucial minutes to understand. Now, not solving it's not about the crucial thing is not solving the question. The main purpose of this video is to is the is one main, yeah, to summarize in one word, it's importance. We have to find, so each, like this, so in that scenario which I just showed, it showed the importance of applied math, in which all the fundamental reasons were provided, with like, with an example question to like further, to further elaborate on the scenario so it makes more sense. Okay, so now that you have a good idea and clear idea about applied math, now let's move forward to core maths. Okay, class, welcome to core maths. And make sure make sure to copy this question in your notebooks and try to first write it down, and then we'll discuss further. Okay? Written? The question on in your notebooks? Okay. So, anyone have any questions? Okay, first let me read it. Let z equals x plus yi be a complex number such that the argument of z minus 1 plus I, in bracket, argument close, equals the argument of this entire thing, z plus 1 plus I. So we have an equation here. Now this is important. First, we have to know that this is a complex number, and you guys know that complex numbers have a real and imaginary part. Now we have an equation in which we have these two things which are inside the modulus. Okay, let's just note them down. It'll be good. It'll be better if you just highlighted them or box them, whatever, or box it. So we have the argument what we have given here is this. So basically we have what we have here is that we have the argument of two complex numbers. Two. Okay? These are two separate complex numbers which are equal. Okay? And now what we have to figure out is that, okay, wait. If for 1 second, let me finish the question. Sorry, class, I forgot to finish the question. Let me just write down the question. Uh, yeah. 1 second, let me write down the question. Okay, okay, guys. Now, this is the actual statement we have to solve. Find the equation of the locus of z. Now, after interpreting all this, so first point, this is z, a complex number with a real and imaginary part. Then we have these two things equal to two arguments. This is the no wait. This is sorry. Wait. Is that yeah? Sorry, not argument. I mean modulus. These are we have two modulus. Now modulus is used as we know in real numbers. We use moduluses to find the distance between zero. We're going to use the same concept here using the modulus, and the modulus here and here is common, and inside are the main things. These are the components. These are the same, but the main difference is the sign. Be aware for this, the sign here. This is minus and this is plus. This is the main difference here. And now we have to find the equation of the locus. Keyword locus of z. Now this might seem all very confusing, but that's why I'm breaking it down step by step. Okay. Now, has everyone understood till here? Any questions? Yes, you over there. Yes, so I have a question. So, based on this question on the board, I was just wondering that if we're actually going to use this in our life, because I just don't get why this iota and the modulus and locus, like why we're learning this, why we're learning complex numbers, why we're learning this, why we're learning these variables and the modulus thing, which will probably never be used in real life. And I just want to know because some of these things are so confusing and I just want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time here and I'm just hoping that I can get a real future with this. So so what so can you please answer that question for me, sir? Oh yeah, good question over there. Now listen, okay, now listen here. See, I know that these may seem confusing, but the thing is, yes, yes, I want to be brutally honest. This will not be used in most real life scenarios when you're working in a job or a bank or a big company. This is just for your own knowledge to develop skill and logical reasoning question. And it is very useful in higher and advanced math. And it will be used in physics also a lot. And yes, I is not going to be used anywhere in the real world. But that's why it's called an imaginary number. It's used to develop our mind. It will be used in competitive exams, in colleges, but not in jobs anywhere. That's just a fair point. And it's just used for in higher studies, physics, and it will be used. Yeah, it will be used. It will be used in physics, higher math, and so much more, but not in jobs because this is just core math is not applied. In applied math, we use applications, but in core math, we don't use applications because core math is just to understand the fundamental things like real numbers, the number system, the fundamental things of math, but they may not go beyond in jobs and stuff. So yes, good point. It will not be used a lot, but it's crucial. It'll be crucial. It'll be crucial. And what else? Oh yes, one more thing. These kind of things, questions, the words will not be used that much in real life, but it's just good for your grasp. Okay, so this is just for grasp. Well, applied math is mainly used for applicated real life applications and jobs. So yeah, good good question, and that's a uh good that's a good question. But um, I have to break it to you. It's not gonna be used in the real world, but it's just very fun. It's just for like getting a grasp at stuff. So yeah, I hope that answered your question though. Anyways, let's just solve the question. Okay, that's the end of the scenarios. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yes, we're not gonna solve it. The main thing is not solve the questions. It's to show the fundamental importance of both types of math, core and applied. So I hope you guys have a clear grasp and view of what you want to choose in the future in class 11, and what kind of math you want to choose, depending on your interests and what you want to and what your higher studies and jobs will be. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Peace.